Viewfinder is one of the most creative puzzle games I have ever come across, but I'm sad to say the story didn't really manage to grab me. At one point I thought it was going to be like an Assassin's Creed game, where you are playing inside a simulation and sometimes you are forced to leave it and see what's going on in real life. But it only did this once, and it felt a bit unnecessary, to be honest.
Welcome back.
I think it's fine you mostly play inside this simulation, but without spoiling anything,
Let's go.
the story was presented to you in a really fragmented way, and it was just not that intriguing in my opinion.
Your biscuit. What sort of accusation is that?
Please show me the story instead of telling it. That's basically how I would like to see a story unfold.
Skies we take for granted are gone.
Other than that, I have nothing bad to say about this game. I was blown away by the overall gameplay and the creative puzzle design. When you are afraid certain gimmicks are going to become repetitive, the game introduces you to a new gimmick or mechanic to keep it fresh and exciting. The core gameplay, like creating a new dimension or realm with the aid of pictures, is already a really fun and clever idea. But adding like all these different environments and all these new interactable items and introducing you to all these new rules is just a sight to behold. Many puzzles will be a great exercise for your brain, and some of them can be even solved in different ways. Some of these solutions are less time consuming, but also less fun, and I really liked that. There's a lot of trial and error in this game, but the reversing time feature is really easy to use, so even though it can stump your brain sometimes, and you are going to make many mistakes along the way, it's not really stressful. Well, except for the last level, where you have only 5 minutes to complete it, and reversing time won't stop the timer. Sure, there are some areas or levels that introduce you to less entertaining gimmicks or rules, but they never overstayed their welcome, so it wasn't a big deal. I really liked how they play with physics when you place a picture down at a certain angle, and how they teach you the importance of the distance between you and the object you are making a picture of. It's really clever, and I just love the attention to detail. You can even destroy parts of the level with all these pictures, and sometimes if you aren't careful enough, you can also destroy the exit or a key component to the puzzle you are trying to solve. There are also a lot of references to other games or pop culture, and some of them are easy to miss if you don't explore much. The same goes for these optional collectibles. They aren't really important to collect, but I appreciate their addition, because it invites you to explore all the levels and don't rush through them. If you are interested in the story, exploring all the levels will also reward you with more backstory about certain events or characters. So there's a decent amount of exploration, and it makes for a bit of replayability. Another thing for you to do that is optional are these challenge levels. They were obviously very challenging, and many of them had such a clever solution. If you complete a few of them, you are rewarded with different filters for the pictures you take, which I thought was a really fun addition, even though I ended up just using the basic filter eventually. So in general, Viewfinder is a puzzle game that you really should play if you love this genre. Its creativity and attention to detail is really something to admire. The story is less impressive, sadly, but I'm okay with that, because the rest is just really solid and the overall gameplay is something I haven't really seen before. I know a few people have mentioned it reminds them of Superliminal, but I haven't played that game yet. Maybe I will give it a try in the future, because if it's really similar to this game, I have to see it for myself. I highly recommend this game if you love creative puzzle games and don't mind gameplay that can really challenge your brain. It's a bit expensive for a game that took me 5 hours to complete, but if the gameplay in this review looks really interesting to you and you have enough money to spend, then feel free to buy it at full price. So be ready to redefine reality, and with the aid of all kinds of different art and pictures, bring new worlds to life.